His outrageous video ideas and his ever-expanding portfolio of businesses. You never know what MrBeast will do next, except that we know exactly what it is. MrBeast's next business venture will be his most ambitious yet. MrBeast is a successful businessman. In just a few years, he's gone from an unknown kid from a small town in North Carolina counting to 10,000 in his bedroom to one of the world's most powerful people. Jimmy has recently begun leveraging his massive following to launch multi-million-dollar businesses in a variety of fields. Since its launch in 2020, MrBeast Burger has sold well over 100 million burgers, and Festivals, a snack brand, generates tens of millions of dollars in revenue each month by selling out in Walmarts across the United States. So the question naturally arises, what will MrBeast's next business venture be? We figured out what his next venture will be thanks to incredible foresight and Batman-level detective work. Our first hint arrived in June 2022 when we noticed a job posting on MrBeast's official job website. He was looking for a programmer who was familiar with Unity, a cross-platform game engine used by game developers to create games for both console and mobile platforms. That same month, Jimmy was exposed by a huge fan of Million Lords, a strategy-based mobile game that he admittedly became obsessed with. In his first season, he finished 6th out of 30,000 players. Our next clue came in January 2023, when he revealed the details of his next venture.
Physical goods, as opposed to like making mobile games or PC game, whichever one we end up doing.
MrBeast is, indeed, establishing a mobile gaming company. While this may appear to be a random business idea, it is his best. Yes, Jimmy began playing a mobile game called Minecraft when he was 16 years old, and he became so addicted to it that he spent at least 10 hours a day playing it. He clearly has an addictive personality, as evidenced by his addiction to giving away money today. In 2022, Jimmy put his money where his mouth is and invested in a company called Backbone with a slew of other big celebrity names, including the not-so-big Kevin Hart and that guy who tried to replace Charlie Sheen on 2.5 Men. Backbone is a device that you slap your phone into, and it transforms into a screen surrounded by controller buttons, allowing you to play games on your phone more effectively. Honestly, it appears to be a pretty badass product, but we can't say for certain as they aren't sponsoring the video. It should be noted that while Jimmy and his team are developing a mobile gaming company, this is not his first foray into the world of app development. Remember the app Finger? It was a game in which players were challenged to keep their fingers on a phone for as long as possible. The person who could keep it on the longest won a large cash prize. While the first iteration of this challenge was widely regarded as a success, with one happy winner walking away with $25,000, Finger on the App 2 was a flop. There were so many bugs, especially ones that kicked fans out of the game even though their fingers had never left the screen. Fans spent hours, if not days, trying to win the $100,000 challenge, with some even quitting their jobs to devote full-time attention to the game. They felt cheated, and the reaction to Jimmy and the rest of his team was harsh. So after experiencing this upheaval in the Antarctic of apps in the past, why would Jimmy want to return to this world and start a mobile game development company? It's because this is, in fact, the ideal business for him to start. Right now, the mobile gaming industry is exploding. Despite the fact that mobile games continue to lag behind console and PC releases in terms of development costs, they are far ahead in terms of revenue generation. In 2021, mobile games on iOS and Android generated $90 billion in revenue, with player spending expected to reach $138 billion by 2025. In fact, mobile games will generate more revenue than PC and console games combined by 2021. This means that companies that create and distribute popular mobile games can make a lot of money. King, the creators of Candy Crush, your mother's second favorite game after Tinder. From 2019 to 2021, King earned more than $2 billion in top-line revenue, which is more than Blizzard, the gaming studio responsible for classics like World of Warcraft, Overwatch, and StarCraft. This ever-expanding market is ripe for a new entrant, especially one who has already identified the ideal audience to market to. In his own words, a typical MrBeast viewer is
A teenager that plays video games.
a sizable portion of this audience consists of gamers, specifically Fortnite-playing, female-fearing gamers. Naturally, if Jimmy launches a game, a large portion of his audience will most likely convert into players. He's already demonstrated this with previous brand deals with gaming companies, such as his big deal with Brawl Stars, a 3x3 multiplayer battle royale game for mobile. During his legendary Squid Game video, the YouTube video received over 100 million views in the following week, and first-time downloads of Brawl Stars increased 4.5 times. Unsurprisingly, they were largely driven by a 350% increase in downloads in the United States. Since its release in 2017, the game has earned more than $1.5 billion. Not only that, but while everyone is focused on his main channel, which has over 129 million subscribers, many people overlook Jimmy's gaming channel, which has over 30 million subscribers. This is a massive audience of potential customers to whom Jimmy can simply advertise for free. Why would he direct all of that attention, traffic, and downloads to a third-party game when he could direct it all to his own game and keep a much larger piece of the pie? Furthermore, due to the nature of software products, this audience can be activated incredibly efficiently from a distribution standpoint. Software products can be made instantly available to anyone with a link to download the game anywhere in the world. This means Jimmy can activate a much larger portion of his audience much faster by developing a mobile game. Compare that to Beast Burger or Feastables, which have raw materials, production processes, and complex supply chains that all take time to develop. These audiences are only available in the United States, both in terms of effects and geographically. But what kind of mobile games will he create, and how big can a company like this become? We can only speculate on the types of games Jimmy and his team will create, but given his love of the genre, a mobile strategy game may be the first game his team releases. It also helps that strategy games are profitable. They are the second most profitable mobile game genre, trailing only to RPG. MrBeast enjoys giving things away for free, so any game he releases will almost certainly be free without charging players up front for the game. How is he going to make money? They could include advertisements in the game, but the best strategy, and one they will almost certainly pursue, is an in-app purchase model. Players can play the game for free at first, and then choose to pay for extra content such as coins, extra health, power-ups, skins, and bonus levels. MrBeast's stated goal is to create mobile games with more than 100 million users. Even if only a small percentage of players pay to play, millions of people and millions of dollars are involved. Honor of Kings, for example, has over 100 million monthly players and will generate $2.2 billion in global in-app revenue in 2022. So if Jimmy can scale a mobile game and possibly a number of different games to this kind of user base, he will have a business that generates billions of dollars in revenue every year. In addition to the staggering amount of revenue, these businesses are incredibly profitable by definition. They are capital-light businesses that do not necessitate the purchase of expensive production equipment, the rental of factories, or the hiring of workers to manufacture the product. All you have to do is pay a couple of nerds to sit at their desks and bang out code while endlessly debating whether Kirk or Picard was the best Star Trek captain. Spoiler alert, nobody cares. Smash the like button and subscribe if you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.